2, 3, 4.
The world was so big, and I was so small. Your voice was always the loudest of all. I went to Vario and I got a burrito this time. This is my biggest,
switched it up.
my biggest food purchase ever at the place around the corner. Dan's shaking his head like,
You gotta get that's a taco joint. The burritos, I'm sure they're good, but it's a taco joint.
I'm saying.
And really, what it
I'm
is,
not
the best bang for your buck at that place is to get yourself a family platter. They give you a lot of food.
Oh, yeah.
ton of family platter.
But the best bang for your buck would be to try to date the tortilla maker, because then she could just make you tortillas all the time.
Oh, man. She makes the best corn tortillas.
Your breath smells of masa.
But I love it.
Your hands stink of masa.
So I'm to the point. Foot update. Nomad update, but I'll do a foot update. Foot update. I'm to the point where I just have a scab, like a 3-inch long scab.
Does it throb?
No, it doesn't hurt that much.
Do you want to pick at it? Do you want to pick the scab?
Do you get urges
I'm
to
a
pick
scab
at that?
picker, man.
Oh,
No.
I'm a scab picker too.
I need it gone.
I'll show you.
I don't.
this.
I don't want to see it.
I don't need it gone. I'm constantly working at the margins of my scabs until they're the small.
Oh.
I'm like trying to hurry my skin
You're
up.
just trying to hurry
Hurry
it
it up
along.
and
You're
heal.
like,
Yeah,
look,
hurry
if
it
I
up
see
and
this
heal.
nice little
Yeah.
pink line around it, I feel like something's happening.
Yes, exactly.
That's why he's covered in scars.
I'm growing newness.
No, look, we are freckled, man. We don't need to. We already have scars.
We're
okay?
pockmarked everywhere, buddy.
So when you get a scar on a freckled person's body,
It doesn't show? Is that what you're saying?
You know,
I mean, it shows, but it depends on where it is. Like if it's in a place where there's not a lot of freckles, you're going to see it.
We're going to have to scar you just to
certain
test this
people
out.
wear
I've got scars all over my arms.
fair-haired people.
Not from cutting myself. Why are you laughing? It's
I
not
didn't
funny.
laugh
dude.
at
Not
all.
from cutting
You're the one that
myself.
said it.
Jeez.
And now you're smiling and laughing. See, this is what Daniel does.
I've got battle
Passes
scars
the
from all
buck.
kinds
He's
of stuff.
a shit stirrer, Danny. You know, that's even his mom
You know,
told me
Brendan.
that.
Brendan gave me an oven mitt
Icky.
that said "stirring the pot,"
Yeah,
and he said, "I got this just for you."
because it's accurate and true.
What is it? Was it custom embroidered or something?
No, it's just black. It's black.
Oh, it's a black
Oh, so it goes
oven
with your
mitt.
T-shirt.
It's black
That's
on
great.
black. Actually,
Yeah.
it definitely goes to my T-shirt.
Collection.
Well, before we get in any more to potholders, welcome to the Adventures of Danny and Mike. To my right, Mr. Danny Tamborelli.
How did you know I was holding?
And to his right, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
It's in Danny's rider of his contract that Jeremy's his potholder.
And my name is Jeremy. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you being here today. Gentlemen, let's go back to potholders. You want to do a whole hour, a whole mini-sode on potholders?
No, I feel like it was.
No, I'm just saying that
You
was
made
very
them?
nice. It wasn't even.
Yeah,
it
no, that's
wasn't
a-
for anything.
It was your first. It was your first project when you made something in school. Was a potholder usually?
Yes. Out of the strips of...
I didn't make one.
Really?
I didn't make a potholder.
I still have
I
potholders
got
that
a
my
coffee cup
niece
that I had
made
to
me.
put construction paper around that says "Number 1 Dad."
Is that load bearing construction paper or decorative?
No, it's decorative.
That's cool.
Not load bearing.
And you gave it to your dad?
Yeah.
How did that go over?
I put it on his desk.
He was number
at
one,
work.
man.
He was number 1 dad. He
For
was
how-
pumped.
For how long?
That's got to be. I don't know how long. He took a picture of it once, and I was like, "It's forever on his desk." My daddy never took me to work day. It never happened.
You're
I
gonna
was
be,
always in
what
school.
if you went to his work?
I miss
There's
too
just
much
a whole
work.
other family on his desktop.
Oh man. Oh, sorry, son. That
Dude,
came with
I-
the frame.
That
came with
does
the frame.
happen. I'm sure that does happen. I can't.
Sure.
I can't believe those stories. I can hardly juggle
Oh, yeah.
one lady at one time and
Yeah.
not
Could you
two
imagine
entire
two separate-
families. That's something crazy.
yeah,
You got to find the special kind of person that believes that lie.
yeah,
Honey, I'm gone 3 days out of the week, every day,
yeah.
every week,
Every week.
Or you
forever.
just move to Utah.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Yeah, yeah. I just couldn't see him like this person like changing the ashtray that was made by his 6-year-old son in
Yeah.
pre-K and it's like, nope, that's the wrong family. That was Joseph's. Let's get out Bobby's. Here's
Wow.
Bobby's ashtray.
Wow.
He has his own initials on the bottom of it just to keep track of whose it is.
Yeah. Yeah, but like a
They're just 1s and 2s. It's family 1 and family 2.
Answer key.
He's just Roman numeral 1,
That-
Roman
Roman numeral. The only thing is
Roman numeral.
Get some seltzer.
the only thing as cutthroat as that is somebody's older relative putting the initials of the grandparents that the grandkids that she wanted to inherit the furniture on the back of the furniture before she died. Yes.
Wow.
It's the only thing more cutthroat.
Wait
that I
a
could think of.
second.
Yeah.
Just to be like, they wanted me to have it.
No. She decided how to dole it out by scrawling the initials of the grandchild on the back of each piece of furniture.
Oh, yeah, that's rugged.
Or you could just have a will. But I
You know
guess
what I
you'd
would
have
do?
to
I would-
itemize everything.
You find out that your grandma's done that, and then when she's dead,
You sneak in with the
you
Dremel.
put in your own initials. Say, sorry, no, all of this stuff is mine. Look, grandma's rules. We all knew about it.
It's funny you bring that up because I'm going to bring back a rocking chair when I go to Christmas in Ohio.
In the overhead, you can fit that in the
No, I'm
overhead
driving.
compartment?
I'm driving.
You're taking it in your Cartugio?
Yes. No. But this was my grandmother's rocking chair, and I loved it. You just sit in it, and it's perfect.
You're going to have to get a cat.
And I'm going to throw out that other rocking chair.
No.
That rocking chair gets no use.
None.
Give me that
Well,
rocking
I'm hoping this
Give me
one will
that
get
rocking
none
chair.
because this is like an heirloom to me. And
I'm
I don't
taking
want
that
anybody to sit
rocking
in
chair home, bro.
it. Okay, you can. You have to fix the foot, the leg. It's not a foot.
You did or I do?
You have to.
Oh, no.
I just duct taped it.
No, no deal.
Yeah.
Can we leave a camera on the chair when you leave it outside to see how many people sit in it before they decide they don't want to buy it because it's broken?
Well, it's a leg. I mean, it's a rocker part. That's what's broken. So it's fixable. I got it from
if you're
you
interested
healed,
in a rocker,
you healed. It just took you a
I
couple
know.
minutes.
for the listener, if you're interested in a rocker,
Dan has
come on
nothing but
down
black
to Park
t-shirts.
Slope,
Yeah.
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
and if you see one on the corner, you might find out where Seltzer King Studios
It might
is.
not even be Jeremy's rocker. Park Slope people, for the listener, Park Slope people throw
rockers
out tons of
everywhere.
garbage all the time.
Yeah.
But sometimes, most of the
Usable
time, it's
garbage.
not garbage. It's usable stuff.
That's
That's
what I
the
mean.
one thing that I will give
Not trash.
people in this
throw
neighborhood
out
credit
things.
for. They don't leave shitty things on the sidewalk for you to take. Well, I only got that pair of shitty shoes once. Okay, there was actual poop in the shoes.
You learned.
Kept them behind the couch.
I did. I put
That's a
them behind the
deep
couch.
track.
It's only 2 years old. It's just the penultimate man boob sketch.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah. My shitty shoes. We were man boobsing for a minute, talking about a man boob sketch.
Hey, it's the most man boobs we've talked in years and years, and it actually looks like Mike's like into it.
All I've heard is wah, 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 for the past 35 seconds.
Well, gentlemen, today is my girlfriend's 40th birthday. What do you think about that?
Congratulations.
You know,
What's
I like
the,
a younger
Congratulations, Marla.
a younger woman for you is a good woman for you.
And now I understand why you scheduled a therapy session for today.
Friday.
for today.
No,
today.
that's a big occasion. You guys are going to hit that at some point in the near future. Hopefully,
Me?
you don't kick off.
Yeah,
before.
hopefully I date somebody that turns 40.
Yeah.
I'm saying I've
Well,
already
we're
turned
trying to
40.
get you on an app.
40.
I've already turned 40.
You can just look at me. Yeah, I know. I'm 36. Tough shit.
I'm not dating you.
Well, I'm just.
You're married.
I am married.
Can't be
yes.
done.
You guys want to know a little secret that my parents did to me a couple weeks ago when I was down in Wildwood, New Jersey?
I guess we have to.
Yeah, well, I just figured I'd preface it beforehand. You guys can say no.
Well, for the listener, you did talk about your weird balls when you were born recently.
Oh my God! Yeah, I did. That's true, guys. It's true. I have 2 functioning testicles. I think.
Now,
Yeah. One has a kid in each, ready to go.
Yeah,
In the chamber.
twins.
I got twins in the chamber.
Turns in the chambers.
No,
anyway,
no.
what'd they do to you a couple weeks ago?
So there was a big rainstorm in Jersey, and I went to go check on my parents' house in Wildwood,
Uh-huh.
and it also happened to be where my car was because I had car trouble again,
Okay.
and they were fixing it. So I went to go down there, but it was all flooded out because it was like crazy weather, and so we went to go check on the house, and it's the band and I were all in this house, just kind of relaxing for a couple hours before we had to go to our next gig. And all of a sudden I start hearing like creepy Halloween music and like weird laughter. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And like, it's an old house. It's like from 1908. And my mom seems to think that there's
Oh yeah.
a presence in there. And her name is Janine or something like that. Jeanette, because it's an old house, so there's records.
Just say Genevieve.
I don't know. Either way, my mom sent someone in there. And so...
Gennaro?
So when I've gone in there by myself, I open the door and instinctively I'm like, hey, Jeanette, just us.
Gennaro.
Just coming through, just hanging up, hanging up some gowns.
It's Jeanette. And I'm like, all right, it's just me. No funny stuff. And one time I walked in there and something fell in the kitchen and I still can't find out what fell.
Oh.
So I was taking all this information that I've already had and I'm hearing like creepy shit playing and like Matt and Tim are upstairs like napping in a room and I just keep hearing this noise. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And then I hear music playing and I hear the same 2 songs playing over and over again. And I'm like, I don't understand. I walk into my parents' room and they have like a little Alexa and it's going off. And I can hear that it's like,
stop creeping me out.
Now it's playing that creepy music again where it's like, and I was like, Alexa, what are you doing? And it said, I'm listening and learning. And I was like, all right, I'm fucking creeped the fuck out right now. Because also when we walked into the room,
there were knives.
It stopped. No, the music stopped. And I was like, okay, this is fucking weird.
They can see you,
so then
bro.
I was like, Jeanette, like, what's happening? Like, is everything cool?
Gennaro.
It starts playing, hello, it's me again. The Todd Rundgren song.
Really? I love that song.
And I was like, what the fuck? And then I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, it's got to be my parents. And they're fucking with me.
Uh-huh.
So I call my dad up and he's like, no, I don't know what's going on. No, your mom's just taking a nap. It was like 2:30 in the afternoon. He's like, mom's just taking a nap. I'm like, what, is she pregnant? Like, what's going on here? And then I can hear her like cackling,
giggling
in the background. Like,
she's a witch.
She couldn't hold it. I was like, what? And I'm like, you know what you've been doing. And they got me good. They got me so good. And
Thank you, home automation.
Home automation is a thing. And my parents are sick and twisted, and
That's
I
amazing.
think it's funny that
That's cool that they're with it.
That they can still try to prank me at 36 years old.
Yeah. That reminds me of there was a day. Well, so we did the 90s Night with Danny and Mike tour, and I had access to Daniel's Spotify account, and he had forgotten that I had access to his Spotify account.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
So there was a day where you were on the subway or something, and I just kept playing La Isla Bonita over and over.
I was on the subway. I was on the subway minding my own fucking business. And all of a sudden my phone started being weird and it played something before La Isla Bonita.
Yeah, there was
you put something
Benny
else
Hill
on.
theme song or something.
Yeah, definitely. I was like, what the fuck?
Then
And
you
I
thought your message wasn't getting through, so you had to really...
I switched it back, and then La Isla Bonita came on, and then I went in between fucking Brooklyn
Cars.
and New York. No, I went underground for like 2 minutes, and I had to sit there and listen to La Isla Bonita, and then realize, because once he did that, I knew it was him.
Yeah,
because
that's a
long-running old school joke, and I was like, "You motherfucker!"
Then you'll
so I
never
just texted
ever
him.
be free.
I just texted him. I was like, "Dude, I'm on the subway, man. Like, can you not do this right now?"
That it was. You started
good.
it with some laugh. That
Never,
yeah.
never,
No.
never
Gotcha.
be
No,
free.
I actually laughed out loud, and people looked at me like I was crazy.
This is
because
where I hate to be.
And then you just held up your phone. And you're just
it's
laughing.
La Isla Bonita. It's La Isla Bonita.
You can't press pause like he has control of your phone.
No, I mean I could have paused it, but then I would have sat there in silence, and I'd rather hear.
I do that
La
sometimes
Isla
on the
Bonita.
subway. I sometimes put my headphones in and don't. Put
Oh, I
music
do that
on,
too. Yeah,
just to sort of like.
I've been doing that since I was 13 years old.
Well, now that you have a girlfriend, I understand.
No, I just. What does that mean?
I'm saying too many people be hitting on you.
No, that's not it at all.
Headphones are a way
Yeah,
of shutting
that's the
yourself
thing.
off from the world.
But I like it. I like it. It's like you're in your own sort of soundtrack, making your own thing, making your own sound. Here's my question about Wildwood: is do you think we can go there and do a follow up to our ghost adventure?
Yeah.
And
Or
then
Jersey ghost.
We
Yeah.
cannot. I do not want to.
We've hunted them from central to south.
Whoever Jeanette is, she's a good lady. She takes care of the house. My mom is like, she's a protector of the house. They had, oh my God, did I never talk about this? My mom, she rented the house to one of those, Airbnbs or VRBO or something like that. And she got a kid because, and it's true. When I graduated from high school, or had proms junior and senior year, we would go to Wildwood. That was like the spot to go, and we'd get like a shitty motel, and we'd do like the levy and pull levy. Fuck.
Levy and Bell?
I can't speak properly. I don't know why.
You pull the levy and Bell and sit out the very lucrative year of your contract?
No. We just set up like a pulley system, and like we'd like hoist, beers and stuff up the side of the motel.
What'd you have? What'd you have, Jeremy? Snow beers?
No, that was snails. That was the snail beer.
Snail beer.
Snail beers. Right. Similar thing. But anyway, so people go to Wildwood, underage kids, to go party.
Right.
And somehow VRBO or Airbnb didn't vet that the kid was like 18 years old.
What kid?
This kid rented the house from my mom.
Oh, no.
And like threw a party essentially in it and like fucked stuff up. Like they set off fireworks in the house. They like did like dumb shit.
Well, it's the Jersey Shore.
I understand that. I understand that.
Yeah. And what else are they going to do?
Yeah.
It was like,
Plus their kids. Yeah.
Yeah, it was not good.
Did you?
They're still working out the kinks, but the thing is that they did something that turned like a burner on. They could have all burned the house down and burned the fucking block down, and it didn't happen. And my mom swears that Jeanette helped out and took care of it.
She snuffed the flames.
I mean, it's possible. I
don't know.
After our Chris Gethard adventure, I'm
we don't have to do that. Cut two. Here's something else that we'll talk about.
Okay.
I was smoking marijuana in my apartment.
No,
that's a first.
Absolutely not. First thing you do, you go outside.
I was smoking in
That's
my
a fire hazard.
You look up at God and you say, "Hey,
that is a fire hazard."
Give me a solid.
Smoking weed in your apartment?
No, you should be outside.
I don't believe that. I don't think he believes that. I smoked weed in his apartment before. So
literally where you're sitting.
Anywho, yeah. Well,
literally, you're smoking weed right now.
You're smoking weed right now.
No, I'm not. This is a jewel.
And I usually throw the ash and stuff in my plants.
Yeah.
I just dump them in there.
I think this is where my philodendron didn't die, though.
Well,
maybe I should
here's the thing. It's very hot in my apartment. Extremely hot.
Okay, so you're smoking weed in a bikini.
I have a fan. No, I wasn't. I was fully clothed. I was actually walking out the door. I was smoking weed so then I could go continue on my way.
Just like that last cup of coffee right before you head to work.
Correct. To go meet Kate, pick her up from work, and walk back. So it's very hot in my apartment, and I have a fan that's on top of the heater to blow the hot air out the window.
Gotcha.
And my plants are by the window. So I knock the ash into one of my plants and I leave, and we walk around for an hour or two, and I come back and my entire apartment smells like a campfire. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like, why does it smell? It doesn't smell like that outside. Like, is it coming from in here? And I immediately know exactly what it is.
What is it, bro?
The ash wasn't totally out, and the soil was dry because I had just come back. I hadn't watered my plants, I guess. And
set your plant on fire?
I set the entire. Thank God it was in a ceramic bowl, but I set the entire fucking soil on fire.
The dry bamboo.
Killed the plant, went right through the plant, and I look and I see the whole thing is like smoldering red in the ceramic thing.
Embers.
And I'm like, oh my God.
Wow, you could have come home to a fire.
Dude, I could have burned down the entire fucking place.
It's made of brick.
I mean, I could have burned down a lot of things in my apartment and the apartment next to me or whatever it is. It was a very bad scene. And as a married man, to see the look on my wife's face, knowing that
was this when you were still dating?
And I said, no, this was like a month ago.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, and it was like one of those moments where I was like, oh man, I just lost some brownie points. I just lost some husband brownie points.
No, you just lost your deposit.
Because she's like, I can't believe that you smoked weed and you almost burned her fucking house down.
She's just gonna take you the deposit when you move out.
It's not about the weed, but it was about what happened and me feeling entirely responsible because I was, but it was like and I kept saying to her, it was like the perfect storm. Like the fan was like fueling it because of it was just like a perfect thing. And thank God that it didn't light the whole fucking place
Which plant was it?
It was I don't know, some succulent.
Oh, not Gary.
Succulents don't
Yeah.
burn, bro.
Yo, this shit burned.
Okay, I just murdered my succulents by leaving them out on the fire escape too long. I'm ashamed.
Yeah,
Well,
I got it.
So that's what I'm ashamed of right now, and I feel like I have to like do something to make her feel better, like build a bookshelf or do like do something to be like, I'm sorry I burned the place down. I made it better.
Here's more wood I can burn in the future.
No, she said it has to be a metal.
Well, I was gonna say because I can help you build a bookshelf. Just,
Yeah, okay,
just
cool.
you and I got all the tools, and
Do we have to be dressed?
let's move on from this.
It was, for the listener, it was kind of that working from home.
So who else has an embarrassing story? That's what I
Freedom.
like to.
Yeah,
That's-
Jeremy's got one.
I don't know if I do. I mean, I just had some foot updates and some, the holidays have passed. The Thanksgiving I spent it in Florida, so that's interesting. I went to spent Thanksgiving partially in Tallahassee and then partially in West Palm,
Partially nude.
with the Marlis family, which was fun.
Is there a shuttle?
That was the first time that you went to her place
No,
for a holiday?
second time.
But I'm saying on the same day, you went to both places.
That was a course of a week.
Oh,
But yeah, it was good. I mean, this is the first time in 43 years that I wasn't in Ohio for Thanksgiving. So it was
your
a
mom
bit
sad?
emotional. No, because I saw her and we sort of hung, we all, half of the family hung out and stuff, but
you felt the distance.
yeah, it just wasn't the same. But it was great because
It
we got
happens.
to hang out. It was just different. It's not that it wasn't the same. It was just different than
I had
I'm
an
used to.
I had an excellent Thanksgiving. Thank you for asking.
You did. That's where I was
good.
going with this. You,
I went to South Jersey. What exit? 109.
okay.
Right.
And
Tinton Falls.
Yeah.
and my
Could have gone to Asbury. You should have gone to Asbury.
my aunt and uncle had a nice spread. At one point, he threw a pine cone in the fireplace.
Who did, Jerry?
Oh,
Nope.
and turn colors.
Uncle John, and it turned colors.
Yeah, I love that.
And I asked Gerard just the other day. I said, "What color did it turn?" He goes, "Blue."
Yeah. Very cool.
Gerard had a good time. I don't know if you saw the photo I posted online, but he was very happy with my my cousin's Dr. Seuss books, just curling up and doing that. He wasn't crazy.
Yes.
He played with the dog. There's a football game on, but I don't remember how. I've never watched such little football. I guess I've watched less football before. I didn't watch much.
And I'm sorry, Mike, that I haven't. Sometimes you
Respond
text
to
me
Giants
during Giants
games.
stuff, and I don't. I'm so tuned out.
I just
I'm so
prefer-
checked out.
I prefer to think of Danny as he's earlier. Danny, that would have been hitting stick time, so at least he's in a better
early
place
Danny
now.
was very
Now he
much
just burns
hitting
down
stick
plants.
times.
Now he just burns down. Now he just burns down. Almost burns down his apartment. If you have embarrassed yourself in such a way like this, let the fellas know at
Yeah, tell us about your embarrassing
470-8150. Call the Danny and Mike
That's
podcast
347-470-8150.
and leave us a voicemail and let us know if you've ever had to deal with your spouse watching you almost burn the house down.
No, she didn't watch. Well, yeah, she did watch with very judgy eyes.
Judgy
Boy,
eyes.
Boy, oh boy.
You know,
were those
that's a
eyes judgy.
skill because in high school it was always about the eyeliner, but now that I'm older, the judgy eye is really big and I can never get the perfect
Yeah.
wing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can never get the perfect
I
wing.
think I have a bit of a lazy eye in my left eye. Do you guys ever notice that?
No, I'm always looking at your.
I'm looking at
Eyes
your
up here,
youthful.
Sorry.
Yeah, I always think my left
Funny,
one
it took
is
you
a
43 years to catch up to being 60. It's cool.
little- Okay,
You're on your way.
I brought you into this podcast studio. I can take you out of it. And what I did want to say, our next episode after this one, I believe, is going to be Spirits or High Five.
Spirits
Wow.
are high five.
Spirits or High Five.
High five.
So that's fun to look forward to
So
the holiday
that's
season.
a fun thing that we can do. Spirits are high five.
Okay.
there you
Well,
go.
you've ruined it.
Oh.
Now, I
come
don't
on.
know if it's exactly the fifth one, but I think it is. I'm pretty sure because I think the last one was four.
Well,
Well, records are spotty and spirits are high.
So yeah, but
so what are we drinking this year?
I don't know. We got to figure all that out.
I got
get
cider.
ready.
I got
Get
some
the
cider.
get the old Yule log ready, and
How
yeah.
do we get the Yule log ready?
Oh, don't you
for
worry,
here?
my friend.
Cue up a
You gonna,
video.
You gonna put a
I got a $5 Apple TV when I was in Florida at an estate sale, so
$5?
Did it have Yule log
Apple
saved
TV?
on it?
hook it right up there. Play some Yule logs for us.
Okay.
Yeah, and it'll be the first one in the studio, I guess. right? Because we didn't do. We did it.
I don't know.
Maybe
No, we
not,
did.
maybe
No, we did. Brett Davis's was in here.
Oh, right.
Remember, I gave you all shitty gifts.
We're very
Yeah.
lucky.
You
No,
guys remember all
I'm
the
getting-
shitty gifts you got?
I'm doing
Can't
gifts
wait
this year.
Can't wait for gifts this
You're
year.
doing.
Phil.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
doing gifts this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
give gifts this year.
for the
yeah.
for the listener.
I still wear my white t-shirts,
Yeah.
my undies.
Oh, yeah.
You gave me a
Yeah.
nice swell pack of
V-necks.
V-necks.
V-necks,
yeah.
if I
Larges
recall.
too, the ones that actually fit me now.
Mm-hmm. I like. Yeah. Like
For the listeners, think about the gifts that you're going to get the people in your life, not for any reason, any holiday or anything like that, but just to say thanks.
Yeah.
And we know that the days are getting shorter, but they get longer soon.
Yeah. And in line with that, we should say that if you need to talk, give us a shout on our Instas, on our Twits, anything. It's that time of the year where people get sad and, and
Reach
we're-
out.
We're with you.
We're
you know,
here. We're here for you.
Please reach out.
On
We're
a
listening.
social media level.
Yeah, on a voicemail
level.
On a gut level.
And if you happen to be in, the greater Brooklyn area, you might see us sometime.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. I didn't tell you guys.
That's him at the Navy Yard.
Oh.
You know what I did last week on Tuesday before I went back for Thanksgiving?
Other
That's
than
right.
ignoring texts from us, what's up?
Well, yeah.
Mr. Toby Huss and I had a little adventure.
Oh, very nice.
Okay.
So Toby Huss and Damon,
Santistefano.
that's right. We met at Hungry Ghost, had a little coffee.
Where's that?
It's on Flatbush.
It's right by
and
Pup
Sixth.
Slope.
It's right by Pup Slope. There's a couple locations. We went to that one specifically. And we just
Flatbush.
caught up a little bit. Haven't seen Damon in God knows how long. And he directed Yellow Fever for the listener.
Oh, yeah. One of my
Very nice.
It was a
faves.
very good one.
One of my
Yes. One that I
faves.
wasn't in.
Oh, is that why?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's why it's your favorite.
Oh, is that why I like it so
yeah, I
much?
think so.
I don't know. It's a dog-eat-dog world, baby.
But when Damon left, Toby was hungry, so I decided that I was going to
Eat
put
barbecue?
him in the Jetta. No, I took him in the Jetta, and we were going to drive to Brennan and Cars.
To have a roast beef sandwich.
That's right. And he said, that's cool. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take you on a little ride. We're going to go through Greenwood Cemetery.
Oh, no.
Because then we're going to cut through, so we'll be on the other side of the cemetery, closer
Sure.
to
Sheepshead
Brennan and
Bay.
Cars. Right. So we go in, and he's enjoying it. And Toby loves to take pictures. If you
Mhm.
check out his Instagram at Toby Huss, he just takes very interesting pictures.
So
I
you
was
are
like-
taking cemetery pictures.
Well, so I thought it would be I was like, oh, this is perfect. So he's trying to take some pictures, and they're coming out a little blurry, and then I think he just gets a little, like he's
Misty
like, he's
eyed.
over. No, he's just over it. He's like, yeah, it's a cemetery. And I was like, oh fuck, I brought you here so you could take some of those cool artsy pictures. He's like, no man. He's like, I don't just snap pictures of stuff to snap pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it has to be. He has a
Organic.
system. Yeah, he has a whole system.
I didn't know he had a system.
He does. He has a system. So we're driving around Greenwood, and I'm trying to get to the exit, and I get to one exit, and it's closed. So I'm like, "Fuck! All right, well, I'll just drive around." So then I drive to the second one, and that one's closed
also
too.
clo- it's
And
also
now
closed.
Toby's getting a little angry. He's a little annoyed.
He's hot. He's hangry, bro.
Yeah, he's hangry. He's Huss, and he's hangry.
You promised
and a
roast beef
hangry
sandwiches.
and a hangry Huss is an angry Huss.
That's not a huss you want to be.
It's not a Huss you want to be around. And so he starts yelling at me that I'm not driving right, and he puts in his GPS, which is so much fucking better than mine.
Go ahead.
That he's like, oh yeah, no, this is the way you got to go. So he takes me to this one exit. That one's fucking closed.
that
I'm
one's
like, you
closed, too.
stupid son of a bitch.
Was this around 5 o'clock?
So you're killing each
No,
other.
this was like 2:00 in the afternoon. They just don't.
when the
it was
gates
like-
should be open.
They should be open. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So then we had to meander all the way back to the way we came to drive all the way around, still wait 25 minutes to drive down to Sheepshead Bay to get this roast beef sandwich.
For the listener, that cemetery is huge.
Yeah, it's 947
Inches wide.
yeah,
and it's got dirt from
Where did you
Ebbets
get
Field.
that?
in
I
it.
don't know.
And parrots,
It's got
which
all
probably aren't
sorts of
there this
stuff.
time of the year.
No,
Yeah.
no. It's actually one of the coolest places. It's
In New
I've
York.
never been
Greenwood
inside, to be
Cemetery. So for the listener and for you guys, if you didn't know this, Greenwood Cemetery was built before Prospect Park and before Central Park.
They just
they
knew that a lot
built
of
it-
people would die.
And they built it with the hope that it would be a park. So it's not just like a bunch of sprawling headstones and
Oh,
mausoleums and stuff. It's like there's roads and little pathways and beautiful serene little lake spots and other things.
There's a Thai food spot closer to 6th Avenue.
I mean, but it's not in the Greenwood.
It's not inside the cemetery.
It's on the outside. There's no food inside.
There's a Shake Shack inside the cemetery.
That's
Shake
Madison
Shack. No,
Square
there's a
Park.
Shake Shack
$1 billion
inside.
idea.
That's no, we can't be doing
macabre lunch.
Macabre lunch.
that. No, they should just have an edible arrangements there.
Oh God, edibles and arrangements.
You know, that's
put in like body parts or something.
Oh my God, no! I was just saying that people bring flowers.
If you find this line of reasoning entirely too gross, please let us know at 347-470-8150. Thank you so much.
Anyway, let me finish my fucking story. I give Toby a nice roast beef sandwich, and he becomes he becomes the most pleasant.
Oh, he's a Brennan and Clark convert now.
Oh, he was super into it. Loved the whole thing.
Interesting.
So I said, and he asked me why I took him there. I said because it's hard to get to by subway. So if you're someone who lives in Los Angeles, you know, and you want to take the subway in Brooklyn to get to where you want to go, this is a place you can go to.
Well, first you have to fly to New York, then
he did.
Then get on the subway,
which he also has done,
and then get back on the subway.
But it's good to fly from LA to New York to work on the show.
Oh, that's what it was about.
To then stay there. So then you're like, you know, he's a little bi-coastal at the moment.
Can't talk
I also think he's thinking about coming back here.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
He misses the snow.
I think he's
and the urine. Two best things about New York that people from LA can't stand: snow and urine.
It was very nice. It's nice to see Toby and nice to have I had my own little adventure with my old school personal superhero. No big deal.
No big deal. And a Jetta that no longer lives.
And it doesn't. It may not be dead. Don't say that. Coming back from Thanksgiving on Sunday, the lady and I got in the car. We drove about 20 miles in the wrong way because the way Waze was taking us didn't want us to go up 78 because it was such a shit show. I had to drive back to Philly to catch the turnpike to come back up because it was so bad.
Sounds like our tour.
It was a real mess. And so I'm driving and the car's giving me problems. The transmission's slipping a little bit and I get on the highway and I'm doing like 70 on the highway and it will not engage in like higher gear than third. So it's like borderline redlining at 75 miles an hour.
Just ease it.
I tried to ease it. I got into the right lane. I got to like 50 miles an hour. I took my foot off the gas and I watched the RPMs go to like 1,000. And then I tried to rev it back up and it just like almost redlined again. And so I hobbled back to
what do you expect from a lying German company that lied about their
No, I know.
It's true.
Lied about emissions. That. It smells like crayons. It's been smelling like crayons for 17 years.
Wow, bro.
But, you know, if it's
I bet it smells like other things now.
No, it doesn't. It smells like
okay.
Just crayons. But please pray for Dietrich. Mm-hmm. That's the name of the car. Dietrich after Dietrich Bonhoeffer.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
It's a World War II.
Okay, great. This episode's dedicated to Dietrich Bonhoeffer.
Wow.
God.
This is serious stuff.
Yeah. So, what else do we got? You want to maybe wrap this episode up?
I guess that's it.
All right.
I guess Mike has given us the old what do they call
symbol.
that? It's the
line across the throat.
That means it's time to move on. But thank you so much for tuning in. We are part of the Last Podcast Network. Check them out, lastpodcastnetwork.com, and check us out on Patreon, patreon.com/
Danny Mike with the N spelled out.
Fug, yeah. And you can find this guy right here, on my right here, at D. Tamborelli.
Hey, who's coming in here? Oh, is that the Apollo guy? Oh, boy.
Sandman Sims is pulling us out.
We got to go.
And this is Mike at Michael C. Morona.
Bye.
And I am at Remy Bayland.
Check out his other podcast, The Bradshaw Boys. Got to go.
Oh, yeah. Check out Bradshaw Boys.
Thanks for listening.
Podcast. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye. Bye.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by me, Jeremy Bayland. This podcast is part of the Last Podcast Network, which can be found at lastpodcastnetwork.com. Make sure to check that out for a ton of great shows. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the N spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.